Here is something I want to address that has come up quite a bit because of what we're experiencing right now since the killing of George Floyd by Derek Chauvin. There are people on the left and on the right who will sometimes try to tout their non-racist bona fides by using some version of the phrase, I don't see color. Now, different people will use that phrase to mean different things. There are people who will sometimes use the phrase, I don't see color, when they're called out about some policy that will like disproportionately affect minorities. They'll say, I don't see color. I'm just talking about policy. Sometimes you will see people say, I don't see color in the sense that they say they are colorblind in their political views. This is a very dumb phrase, and I would suggest that it not be used anymore. And I want to be clear that I understand what people often mean when they say, I don't see color. And I'm going to give you a better way to talk about it that's more credible. Because I don't see color doesn't really make any sense, because all of the science tells us we very much see color. We just do. Doesn't mean we're racist. It doesn't mean we discriminate. But the instant that we meet people, whether it's Western individuals in developed countries or remote tribes in the Amazon or the Australian outback, we almost instantly are assessing and assimilating what we believe to be the gender of the person we are talking to, the age of the person we are talking to, and the race of the person we are talking to the extent that you can discern that from looking at them. The instant I walk up to a cashier at my grocery store, I am instantly making an assessment of, I'm speaking to a roughly 30-year-old Hispanic female, for example. We all see color, and we all are instantly assessing it because it's just part of being human and living in a society. Is there any situation in which someone could come up to you and say, hey, remember the gardener that came to the house last week? Do you remember if they were male or female? No, I have no recollection of it. Of course you do. Of course you do. Was the nurse that did your COVID test, was it like a 20-something nurse or was it like a 60-something-year-old nurse? I don't remember. Was your bank teller yesterday white, black, Asian, or Hispanic? I have no idea. We all know it, unless, barring some kind of memory or cognitive issue. So when I hear people say things like, I don't see color in my interactions with the world, people are just people. Give me a break. You do. You see gender and you see age, and we are immediately assessing race and color as well. We all see each other. We recognize how someone might look similar or different from us, and that is okay. What might actually be accurate to say, and where I think the focus should be, is I don't judge people on the basis of their appearance, which includes race. That might be accurate. Now, a lot of us still have implicit and preconceived notions about people on the basis of these characteristics. In many cases, they're relatively benign, and that's fine. Sometimes they are discriminatory. But I actually want to go even further. Imagine that it were true. We don't notice people's race. We really don't see color. If that were to be the case, it would immediately dismiss the reality that there are racial injustices even today in society. If I didn't see color, if someone said to me, hey, can you snap your fingers? And you could snap your fingers and become black right now in society. Would you want to do it? If I didn't see color, I'd have no way to answer that question. Now, of course I see color, and of course I recognize that I would likely be worse off in society if I were black than being white Hispanic as I am and passing as white. I see color, and that allows me to recognize that if someone says, you could snap a finger and be black, do you want to do it? No, I'd be worse off in society if I did that. I recognize that in part because I see color. We also all see color, by the way, by virtue of seeing how different people are treated in society by different institutions. And we're, of course, seeing that very much with the George Floyd situation. So I think that just about covers it. I find the phrase, I don't see color, to be pretty silly, quite frankly. And for people who are trying to make the case that they're not making judgments about others on the basis of race, that I like. It may be true, it may not be true. It's certainly something to aspire to, but let's be more accurate when we talk about it.